Emily, and today we're talking special ingredients.
Everything is better when we're cooking together, yeah.
So I asked you all to bring your favorite secret ingredient. What do we have here?
Who's going first? I'm Chef Frank Proto. I've been a chef for over 27 years. Most of those years were in restaurants. I've cooked in lots of different restaurants, from Mediterranean to Spanish to continental style cuisine. I've been cooking since I'm in my early 20s. It's just something that has always been part of my life. As a chef, we are always looking to put some acidity in our food. My favorite is sherry vinegar. I think that sherry vinegar is just one of those things that it goes so well with so many different things. So if I'm grabbing some sort of acid to put in my food, not the groovy stuff, guys, not the groovy, but if I'm grabbing some sort of acid to put in my food, it's always going to be sherry vinegar. You have red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar, champagne vinegar. Sherry vinegar is just made with sherry wine. I think it has a more rounded flavor. It's got less sharp edges, I feel. It's kind of a little smoother, and that's what I love about it.
Is this an Italian thing?
You know, it's really funny. It's not. You know, we use red wine vinegar. As a kid, we made our own vinegar as kids. Like when I grew up in an Italian house, we never had sherry. It was always red wine. This is something as I became a chef.
Yeah, sherry's from Spain, right?
Yeah. So as I became a chef, I fell in love with sherry.
Because I've been cooking Italian for the past, I don't know, probably 14, 13 years. Yeah. And it's one of my favorite dressings. It's sherry vinaigrette. Yeah. It's just so delicious. It goes well with so many things. And
it's amazing.
I love sherry vinegar.
Yeah, if you have a beef stew that's a little it's very beefy, you can add a little bit of that. Mushroom soup, chicken liver mousse.
One of my favorite dishes is grilled octopus, celery, calamari olives, sherry vinegar, garlic olive oil, and bread.
Good. Yeah.
It's just delicious.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So cherry vinegar every time.
Personally, I love drinking sherry on its own. Yeah. But in cooking applications, I love using sherry. Cooking some mushrooms with cherry vinegar, it's such a beautiful combination. You get that nuttiness, that brightness, that umami earthiness. It's so beautiful.
Love it. One of my favorite ingredients. Yeah.
One of my secrets as a chef, right? It's like if I make a salad that is too acidity or too lemony or whatever, I always add another kind of acid, and that's always the sherry. I always add. So the best way to attack acidity is by adding another type of acidity.
Oh.
So I always use sherry because I make a lot of ceviches. I make a lot of acidity things, but sherry is something that I always go to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, while you're talking, what's your secret ingredient? What is this?
Salsa matcha.
Ooh.
I am Saul Montiel. I'm the executive chef at Cantina Rooftop, HK Hall here in Hell's Kitchen, and my own taco spot in Elizabeth, New Jersey, called La Unica. I think sharing knowledge and sharing ideas, it doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger, it makes you, happier. I think, sharing it's one of the keys for happiness. So basically, it's a salsa made out of dried chilies. In this case, I have guajillo, chile de árbol, chile pasilla, chile puya. They're all dried chilies, and a lot of nuts, pine nuts, pistachios, all kind of cashews if you want to add to it, olive oil, and the good thing about this salsa is that you make it now and you can have it in 6 months from now, right? Because the oil preserves it. So this, I personally love to have it on a seafood tostada or an avocado toast with some eggs. Have that salsa on it. It just in a taco and anything you want to add the salsa to it. It adds that nutty, spicy element without being too spicy.
I can smell it from here.
So if you guys want to try, guys have
Do you know if it has almonds in it?
Yes.
Okay, so don't eat it. Okay, I won't eat it. Step away.
Yeah.
I will try anything. I am allergic to almonds, so unfortunately that does cut out a lot of things, like especially desserts for me, which is really sad.
Yeah, it has all kind of nuts, so it's one of my favorite things.
So good.
I love to put this on a I put it lately on a heirloom tomato salad with burrata cheese. So a caprese, and then you add this because heirloom tomatoes can be sweet and burrata can be sweet and so creamy. So by adding the nutty flavor and the spicy is just, and then I put avocado. So I make my own caprese salad, but with Mexican influence. And it was a hit here in Cantina.
I love that.
That sounds amazing.
Sounds so good.
Thinking from a bartender's perspective, I'm thinking of how you can apply that into a cocktail. And in my head, I'm already thinking, because it is very oil heavy, you can throw it in like in a bottle of tequila, freeze it, and do a fat wash, and that way you'll have like this really awesome like salsa matcha tequila that you can put in like spicy margaritas or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
When
That
I was
sounds
thinking,
amazing.
I was thinking what it reminded me. I'm sorry.
No, I feel like I've just spent this whole time being like, that sounds amazing. That's all I would say.
I never
No,
thought
what
of putting it in
reminds
a
me of
drink.
is it when you go to Chinese restaurants or you get the chili oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like that condiment that belongs
Yeah, like a chili
on.
crisp.
That
kind of.
belongs,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it belongs on the table,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I gotta
Super
make
good.
that.
Yeah. I mean, when I used to cook a lot of Italian, I used to work for Italian restaurants, we have the chili oil, pepper flakes, and olive oil, and let them marinating. But this is more complex. It has more flavor, and more different kinds of chilies. They're not spicy. It's one of my favorite salsas to go to because as a Mexican, we put spicy on anything.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure that we do come up with something that lasts a long time.
Wow.
You make it once and you set for like 2-3
It
months.
probably just keeps getting better too.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And it's homemade. And no, the thing is that you can buy this in any store, but we make this here. So
Nice.
as professional chefs, right, Frank, we make everything from scratch.
We do.
We like to complete our
try
lives.
as much as we can. As much as we can. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what? It's because you're interested and it's also cheaper for restaurant costs, right? For a lot of times?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it all depends. Like, we're not gonna make ketchup.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously situational.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
situational
Because
stuff.
the thing is that no one can beat Heinz.
No. What's yours then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so mine is smoked paprika.
Mm.
Hi, I'm Emily. I moved to New York to go to acting school. I thought I was going to be doing like Chekhov right now, and somehow I got here. I mean, I'm thrilled to be here instead. Don't get me wrong, this is way better. But I moved to New York to be an actor. I think food is fantastic because it brings people together, but so often what we all do, we don't get to see people actually eating it, we don't get to talk to each other about it. So I think it's really fun to actually all get in a room and do that. Smoked paprika, I love it because so it adds like a smokiness that for me, a lot of times cooking is about like, what don't I have at home and what can I swap? And this has sort of like a bacony flavor that can add a lot of depth to something even when I don't have like meat in the fridge. But it's, this is hot smoked paprika specifically, so it adds a little heat and it adds, a smoky flavor that like I feel like I can swap for like when I'm making pasta, when I'm making just about anything. Like if I'm making jambalaya or something, I toss it in there and it just adds a little extra complexity.
Yeah, it's pungent.
Here, feel free to smell it. It
I always
fills the room.
have this. I always have it in my. I always have smoked paprika.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that, like, to me, sherry vinegar, smoked paprika together too. Like,
They're buddies
They're
for
good,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love that. I
Do
feel
you
like
like
I
the
know
paprika
Remember-
challenge?
Oh my god.
No, rim a glass with that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be really
Michelada,
good.
Bloody Mary, yeah.
And also the fact that you can add color to anything. You know, it adds,
Exactly,
like for
yeah.
example, I add smoked paprika and spicy to my chicken tacos here. So I marinate it, and then when you cook the chicken, it looks red and brown. It looks much. It looks,
Appetizing.
yeah.
I feel like it's important to get the smoked versus just a regular paprika because I have just regular paprika in my kitchen and it's not the same.
No.
Yeah.
That's like basically just color.
Yeah,
There's no flavor.
regular paprika is kind of like
That's-
decor. This
Yes,
adds like this.
that's
This
flavor.
adds depth.
Yeah, especially if you get a good one. Like this one I got in Spain, I think, but you don't have to get it from Spain. But broadly, if you get a really nice smoked paprika, it really adds like a wonderful smokiness that like just sort of lifts a lot of things that are like, if it's like, it could be better, like we'll smoke paprika, and sometimes the spice mix is there.
Amazing.
99% of the time, if I'm making dinner, I put cumin, coriander, and smoked paprika in what I'm making, just because I think it just adds a little bit of, not with every single thing, but with a lot of dishes, it just sort of adds a little like something interesting.
Yeah, those are good spices.
So what's yours?
Well, it's not secret because you all used it. But I brought MSG. Hi, I'm Kate. I'm a producer and a comedian, and I like to cook. I'm not really a chef, but I like to cook at home. For me, I think this series is about coming together with cooks and chefs from all different walks of life and backgrounds and experiences and learning from each other and getting to taste different types of foods, learning new techniques, getting to know new people. I've already been learning so much and having so much fun. It's been such a blast, and I can't wait to take what I've learned and put it into practice in my own kitchen. I just got into this like over the pandemic, actually. Like I got really into cooking from TikTok videos, actually, and I found them just really accessible because I'm not a chef, I'm not a professional chef. I'm a home cook. I'm a lazy home cook. But I got really into cooking Chinese dishes, and because I do a lot of Korean cooking, and honestly, Korean dishes don't typically use a lot of MSG, but a lot of Chinese dishes typically do. And I love that this is just a game changer for me, I feel like, in flavor. Obviously, you all know this. I don't have to tell you this. But, like, this, I think, was demonized by a lot of media in the US by propaganda back in the 70s. But it's naturally occurring in a lot of food. It's an additive in a lot of our favorite snack foods. It's not harmful at all. And just a little bit goes a long way to really add a lot of depth of flavor and savoriness and umami to a dish. And when I'm making beef and broccoli, or sweet and sour chicken, or like any sort of like stir-fried meats, which I love to do, that's a really nice easy dish to make for a weeknight meal. And like toss that with some rice or some fried rice or whatever. Like I always make sure I add MSG, and that's the thing that I feel like takes my dish from just like okay to like, ooh, this is really good and addicting.
Yeah, and it's not a specific like, this is what it tastes like. It just enhances the flavors.
It's like salt.
Yeah, it's like it gives it a different mouthfeel.
Yeah.
It gives it like this big background flavor. Like you taste it in the back of your.
If you eat it on its own, it gets you right in the hinges. It's like a little.
I personally never had this before until Chef Frank introduced me to it just a couple hours ago, and I was like, man, like these mushrooms, tomatoes, like so much happening in my, because listen, I'm a chef, but that doesn't mean that I know everything, right? But and now I was so amazed on how flavors you can get out of that, and it was just cool. So I'm gonna start using it, more.
Yeah, and kind of like you were saying, like it's not just limited to like one particular style of food. Like it's not just in Asian dishes, but like in snack foods. But I always like throwing like a little bit of MSG and like tomato sauces for like pastas, and it really just does like it figures out that little missing something that you didn't know was missing, and then just makes your dish so much better. Or cocktail.
Yeah, like old school Italian ladies would put anchovies.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're loaded with it, like with the glutamic acid. And so it's the secret is there. It's just a little simpler now. You don't need anchovies, just a little of that white powder.
It was first isolated from tomatoes, right? So you get that tomatoey flavor, and it also can make your tomatoes taste more tomatoey because it's literally in there.
That's such a good idea. Actually, I'm gonna put it in my sauce.
Oh,
now.
I put MSG in like everything. Like even like when I'm making hummus at home, like just that little bit of like extra umami kick. It's just.
It really makes your food like addictive.
Yeah.
Like when you can't stop eating it, it's probably MSG.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I'm gonna have some issues then. I'm gonna get. I love food as much as a lot. Now eating this, I'm just gonna go crazy.
Joe, what's this? Sorry.
This chefs. This is ancho chili powder.
Whoa!
That's
Look
my
at you.
Yeah, right. This is the fanciest thing I own. I am Joe Miles, and I am honestly not much of a cook. Most cooking I've ever done was during quarantine. At the very beginning, I went to my hometown. I stayed with relatives for a little while. It was my cousin, her husband, 2 little kids. So I figured the least I could do was cook for the hospitality. So I would cook for 5 people twice a day. And that was when I started to really learn how to like multitask. I'm a comedian, I'm a writer, I'm an actor, and I'm not a cook.
I wouldn't expect that from you. That you like spicy.
Why not?
I don't know.
No, I do like spicy food, and I like, I mean, I think I saw this on like some chef on TV was like, Angel chili powder's great, and I was cooking a lot for my family during quarantine, and I wanted to up my game.
Chili powder in the store, it's kind of like it's lame, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
like,
it
but when you get the anchos, it's that much better.
I don't know what anchos are. I don't know where this comes from or anything about it, but I bought a bottle of it and I fell in love. I put it in eggs. I put it in whatever I'm cooking. I will probably use this. It's like not too spicy. I've never met anybody.
Smoky.
Yeah, it's smoky. I've never put it in anything and had anybody complain about the spice. So it's like just in that right sweet spot of like giving a little kick without making it too much.
I mean, it's the type of pepper that they use. They use poblano pepper and then they sun dry it, so that's why it tastes smoky. But poblano pepper is one of the mild pepper up there, and it's great to eat it more often. It's not like the chile de árbol, which is really spicy, or the habanero, the serrano. This is like I use chili ancho in a lot of things because of the level of spice. Like it's there.
Yeah,
It's there, but you don't feel it,
Right.
but you enjoy it. So chili ancho, it's
Got a nice burn.
wow.
All
It
right.
doesn't like
All
hurt
right,
your
you got
mouth
it,
or
all
your
right.
palate. It just like it like calms me down, I think.
Yeah.
All right,
Better-
Suzu.
All right, so my secret ingredient are macroot lime leaves. I'm Suzu. I am a mixologist or bartender or whatever anyone, wants to call me. I'll respond and say hey. I got really involved in the bar world pretty much when I was 21, or actually technically I was 20 when I was living in Japan. But I've been in the restaurant industry for pretty much my entire life. My family comes from a restaurant background. My grandparents opened up their first bar in 1946 in Tokyo. So I grew up in restaurants, and I think naturally going into bartending it felt really comfortable and good for me. So these are my absolute favorite kind of like ingredient to throw into, specifically in cocktails. But lime leaves, they're so incredibly aromatic. I believe they're traditionally from Thailand.
They're one of my favorite things. in the
Yeah,
world.
they're so great. So like, you tear it up, a little bit goes a long way. I even like put it on my wrist and I smell delicious for the rest of the day. But in cocktail applications, like, you were speaking about acidity earlier, I tend to have like a sensitivity with acid. So I try to incorporate acid into my cocktails in very demure ways. So if you like even sous vide some macroot lime leaves with like, a vodka or make a simple syrup or something, you can really add another depth of acidity without like adding extra juices. In a Negroni or a martini, this is just like that little extra kick that takes your cocktail to a whole different level. So
And I feel like whenever I make Thai food, if it's no lime leaf, it's not. It just does not taste the same.
right.
It's just not right. There's something missing. You definitely like, especially for like the simple curry, like a panang curry. It's like it's not the same. without
Right,
the lime
right.
leaf, Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they make any soap with this?
Probably.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure.
I was
Because I would shower with this.
Totally.
Or shampoo.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. I went to Thailand in like 2019, and that was the first time I'd had these, and I was obsessed. I was like, "What was that leaf? Where can I find it?"
It's one of those like ingredients where the flavor and the aromas really can pair with a lot of different flavors, whether if it is bitter or sweet or even creamy. I would say, like, I mean, imagine like a macroot lime leaf ice cream or like a sorbet or something. It's just such an underrated, in my personal opinion, ingredient. But I love using it.
I want to just like tape this to my nose.
Especially walking around Manhattan.
I know. How would you use them in a cocktail?
So, a couple different ways. You could always like sous vide it with a spirit, but also muddling it or just like shaking it fresh into a cocktail, like a daiquiri or something. Oh, so delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to just like pop them in a seltzer. Or
Yeah.
something.
Well, guys, look at us.
I know.
I learned something today.
I know.
I think this is my first time talking about ingredients.
What?
Like I normally be like, hey, listen, what do you think about this? Oh yeah, that's it. Like I want to hear 3 points of view. But with you guys, listen to all your points of view. It just makes it so cool. Like I want to cook with this now and do this. I think this should become a podcast thing.
Yes, let's start a podcast.
Turn the cameras off. This is a podcast now.
Cocktails, food.
Heinz, call us.
Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Adios.